I've been doing a couple of trials lately, and we've been using a shocking amount of syringes.
Yeah.
And these things cost not very much, in fact, in cents. But I look at this thing. I bet there's some engineering that goes into it. I know you've had some experience with that. Do you want to maybe
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, these are like the unsung heroes, or maybe they're the sung heroes. I don't. I'm not subscribed to their Spotify of the medical device world, and it's just absolutely fascinating how you can make something so, in some ways, so complicated, right? So simple, for so cheap. These are pennies often, and let me tell you, the world is pretty good at it. There's billions of these things made per year.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. And so, you need to make sure that they're often injection molded. So you need to make sure that the draft angle, it's called, so the barrel inside is pretty straight. Otherwise, you're trying to seal against like a tapered surface, but yet you have to be able to get it off the tool, which is complicated. Sure. You need to make sure there's no residual residue. Even the extractables and the pH levels are tested. Dead space is supposed to be minimized. The graduations, that's the little ruler on the side, needs to be written a certain way. And
interestingly enough, I'm often shocked at how accurate that is, because I'm used to using a pipette, and it's a very expensive instrument, several $1,000s. This is fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
And with the right amount of skill or whatever, you can get pretty close to microliter accuracy with one of those. It's shocking.
Yeah. Well, and as you may know, pipette technique is a whole different. We'll do that for a different day, right? If you don't do the pipette technique, right, you're worse than these. Yeah, so they're easy to use, they're universal, they're accurate, and you can just, you can make thousands and thousands a year. The packaging is also interesting. They drop them into a machine called a form and seal machine.
Right.
And it just basically goes in all the elements go in one end. It forms the packaging around it, seals it with the backer, which is a breathable Tyvek usually, labels it, and then just goes right out the other end. And so it's with investment you can really crank these things out. So they're fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's probably a whole thing on sterilization and
exactly, yes. And they all get sterilized in different ways. So this is pretty cool. So next time you're wondering the details of these things, you can remember that though they don't really have a point because they're a syringe.
Right. No,
they are complicated, and they are fascinating little bits of technology.